So a few weeks back, we had received a leak detailing the possible release dates for the Witcher Netflix series. Obviously wanted to talk about it. Probably going to be a shorter video, but wanted to talk about it nonetheless. So let's do this. So based off of these leaks, kind of the general consensus is that the Witcher Netflix series is going to air. Its first episode is going to premiere on December 20th. That's like literally like right up until like the last possible second, because if you remember, I think it was like a investors meeting or whatever they call those, that Netflix said that the show would be indeed coming out in 2019, that you could bet on it. So they are really like kind of like close to the finish line with this. But I'm excited because they have been, pretty adamant. I want to say since maybe even last year, maybe, that this show would be a 2019 release. So I'm glad that they are sticking to that. Even if it does get delayed, I wouldn't be too, disappointed by it, because at the end of the day, I feel like a delayed product it will always end up better than, for instance, a rushed or a incomplete product. Not saying that this show is going to be rushed or incomplete or anything like that, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want them to be so focused on this 2019 date if it isn't ready by 2019. Then I wouldn't mind them pushing it back, is what I'm trying to say. But all intents and purposes, it seems like they are putting their flag in the ground. They are sure that they can hit that 2019 release date, so I'm excited. We've also known for a little bit now, also, that the show seemingly is wrapping up production, that they are kind of full steam ahead into post-production currently. So that as well is pretty exciting. So if that is true, and of course take all of this with a grain of salt, but if that is true, that they are wrapping up production, that they are heading into kind of the final stages of production for this first season, then I would assume that, yeah, that they're pretty close to the end, so they can hit that 2019 release window. And I suppose now the major question is, when is this first trailer going to come out, right? I don't know. I feel like because it's May right now, right? December is almost 6 or 7 months, technically 6 months away from where we are right now. I mean, that's still half a year left, but you would imagine that first trailer has to be coming out relatively soon. I don't know where that would really line up with their schedule. Like, is that something that they would do? I'm not too privy with like the movie and TV industry. I'm assuming that's something that they would want to do after post-production, or maybe in post-production, or perhaps when everything is wrapped up, then they'll work on a trailer. I honestly don't know. So like, we could be waiting a little bit longer for this first trailer, but honestly, if I had to put money on it, I'm gonna say September. Just throwing a wild guess out there, but I'm gonna say September is when we're going to get that first trailer. And then we'll start to see the marketing for this thing really ramp up, because I mean, it is kind of crazy that, hey, this is a 2019 release. This is something they want to be, Netflix. They want this to be their Game of Thrones, and we really haven't heard like a peep from this thing, right? Not even like a 30-second teaser, a trailer, or Netflix has been relatively quiet and has kept this show under wraps for the past year or so, right? Even the castings, aside from Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer, haven't really been the most public thing, right? So for the most part, I feel like they've been relatively silent and really keeping this thing hush hush, right? So, which is a little odd to me, because I would think you would want to scream from the rooftops about this show, but I digress, because I feel like, once we actually start getting into the later months, then we'll see the marketing start to ramp up, and there will be a lot more noise, surrounding this show, because I feel like a lot of aside from like the hardcore, book readers, and of course the people who know The Witcher through the video games, I feel like the general public does not know that this thing even exists, right? So like I'm really excited for this to actually start generating some noise and buzz and hype once we start getting closer to that release date. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, as always, like, comment, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.